I'll let your boy, gang. I'm about to tap into this live. You know the vibrations, gang. Holla at me, brother. You're scared. What's the word, gang? How we feeling tonight, man? How we feeling, man? I hope everybody good. Everybody good, man? Tap in with your guy, man, if you here, bro. I know it's a late stream. It's a later than usual stream. It's a later than usual stream. I know. Hold up, where Twitch and Kick at? Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I gotta reset my joint. It's alright though. We rocking tonight. We chilling, but yeah, my. Yo, we good? Let me know if we good in the chat, bros. One in the chat if we good. Let me know. Talk to me, man. You wanna be a boss? You wanna be a boss? I feel like ride a Billy Bantega like I don't love my life. I'm feeling about a Billy Bantega like I don't love my life. She want a big dog. Hey, yo, Ski, what's the word, man? How we living tonight, gang? What's the word, brothers? What's the word, brothers? How we feeling, man? How we feeling, gang? We got a couple things to get to, bros. We got a couple things to get to, my guysers. That's for that. Damn, I ain't gonna lie. What happened to my inputs, though? Like, what happened? I gotta get my guy to come fix that for me because I don't see none of my inputs. That's not good. But what up, though, man? Talk to me in the chat. How we feeling tonight, gang? What's up? What's that word, man? What's that word? How we feeling tonight, bros? Unfortunately, we get into some... You wanna be a big dog? Nah, we talk about this nigga Bossman Dlow, bro. Bossman Dlow got some shit going on, man. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. But we reacting to it, man. You got a nigga named Bandsome Timmy. Bandsome Timmy came out against Bossman Down Low. Bossman Dlow. Let's see what up, man. Welcome to the Chitty Chat, everybody, man. I hope everybody feeling good.
Transformer that has come out, and he...
Let's start this from the beginning.
Like peas, these niggas rest why they always cheese.
Now, YouTube family, man, say it ain't so, man. Yeah, no.
Shout out to my dog Clifford.
Oh, man. Say it ain't so. Now, Texas Transformer. A Texas Transformer exposed alleged messages between Florida rapper Bossman Dlow and threatened to expose more. I don't know, bro.
Bro. I don't even give a damn if this a nigga. Why is your nails this long, bro? What are you doing with like, I don't give a damn. Why are your nails this long, cuz? Like, bloody. Why your nails look like this, bro? Like, for what? What can you do with these nails, bro? You can't live a regular life with these nails on, brother.
I didn't expect this to be on my Sunday regimen, but I guess we here. Now, Bossman Dlow, man, you shouldn't have done it. What Baby B Ray be saying? You shouldn't have done it. Now, here it is today, YouTube family. We have a Transformer that has come out, and he is exposing Bossman Dlow. Now, it is alleged that this man is talking to Bossman Dlow, bro. Now, this Transformer's name is Timmy Bandsome. So if y'all want to go see what Timmy
Bandsome. Like, bro, that don't even sound like a chick. That don't even sound like a baddie. Like, that sound like the bro. Timmy Bandsome?
Because we ain't finna put it on this screen. But the Transformer's name is Timmy Bandsome. Now, he would expose messages between him and Bossman Dlow. Now, we finna go ahead and go through these messages. We got to. Now, the first message would be from Bossman Dlow. By the way, these are SMS messages, man. iPhone to iPhone.
All right, iPhone to iPhone.
The first message would say, "What's your real name?" And that would be from Timmy Bandsome. Now, The alleged Bossman Dlow would say, I ain't giving mine, you ain't get yours.
That sounds just like, you ain't giving yours. I'm finna drive the Billy Bentayga like I don't love my life.
Confusing how. Now then Timmy Bansom would then reply by saying, Justin is his real name.
Bro, that's crazy. The nigga name not even Timmy, it's Justin.
And then the alleged Bossman Dlow would say, oh Lord, so you is that. That means,
oh Lord. Yo, this nigga Bossman Dlow really texts like this. He texts how he talk this. Oh Lord.
Y'all know what that means. And then the next,
this the Boozy. Oh Lord. Boozy would never though.
Text would say, that ish is
hold on, what a Boozy oh Lord. We need that. We need that. We need that. That Boozy oh Lord is golden. Oh Lord.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. That's a classic too.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Boozy, wow. Where that? Oh Lord. Where that at? Where the Boozy oh Lord? I know we got the oh Lord.
Louisiana started the slaying that iron wave. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right, I was looking for an exact clip. I'm looking for the oh Lord.
Confusing. And then Timmy Bansom would say, yeah, I know, sorry. God made me this pretty, LOL. I understand if you not effing with me now, though. That's what Timmy Bansom would say. Now, it'll be at this moment that you think the Bossman Dlow would be like, Raggy? Raggy?
I'm out of there.
At this moment, you would think the Bossman Dlow would gather with Fred, Daphne, and Thelma, and Scooby-Doo. But that's not what happened. He proceeded to message Justin back. Now, Bossman Dlow said this right here. He said, I appreciate you being real. I never did that, and I don't want to be all over the blogs and ish. And I just looked at your Twitter too. Oh, Lord have mercy.
So if you looked at the Twitter, what you saw on the Twitter? What you saw on that Twitter that made you keep writing? He must seen something he liked on that Twitter, y'all.
Like I said,
yeah, I know Twitter is where the freaks be. And if this person is a, you know what I mean? You know, probably got some shit on the Twitter.
This is the alleged Bossman Dlow. I don't know. But I am saying that it's alleged. Y'all can come to your own assumptions. Now, there was a redacted message in the Timmy Bansom thread, and I wanted to see what that redacted message is, but above that redacted message, it says, like he knew I was a boy. Now, this would follow up with another redacted message. But the next message would be from Friday, September the 27th at 11:50 p.m. Freak hours. And Bossman Dlow would say, I can see you now. You just do people any kind of way. And then Justin would respond and say, I haven't done nothing to you. So what is you talking about? And then Bossman Dlow would respond by saying, I'm just saying, you're not genuine for real. You just back money. F a bun. F a real friend, real vibe though.
And nigga, Bossman Dlow was trying to hit the bunions for free. Nigga, Bossman Dlow was trying to get some free throatage. That's what it sound like. Sound like Bossman Dlow was trying to get some free throatski. From this person though. That's crazy. And it ain't, listen, this is alleged. This is alleged, y'all. I'm looking at what y'all looking at. This shit don't look good though.
And then Justin would respond to it by saying, all you talking about is linking up and having sex.
So the transmission technically was trying to have like a relationship with Bossman Dlow, but Bossman Dlow was trying to get straight to the throat package.
SEGS, by the way. Yeah, for the YouTube monetization. But anyway, that's what Justin would say. Now, it would also say, Kate, this is all I'm showing. Go to my Finsta. I'm finna get more of y'all favorite rappers. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
How many,
Timmy Bansom.
How many of our favorite rappers is in your DM, Timmy?
Bansom is going to expose more rappers, and it has a Finsta account. So, oh man, it's gonna be an interesting week, to say the least. Now, Bossman Dlow would respond to the last message and say, you act like we can pop out and be in a relationship though. Man, Bossman Dlow's fantasizing about being in a relationship, but he's saying that he can't. Allegedly.
Nah, he wasn't fantasizing about it. He was basically saying like, well, you know, I can't pop out with you, so what you talking about? But like, either way, it don't negate the conversation that you having.
Allegedly, according to Timmy Bansom, not Cliff World TV. Okay? Let's just let that be known. Again, I'm gonna read that last message. You act like we can.
Hey man, if this the nigga Bossman Dlow truth, man, it is his truth, bro. It is what it is, bro. You know how many niggas you probably dap up every day that be working under the hood? You know how many niggas you probably dap up every day that be working under the hood, man? You know what I'm saying? Doing some transmission work. Like, bro, at this point, why we even care? More hoes out here for us. More females out here for us, bro. Even though what I do care is D-Lo be hitting hoes too, though. D-Lo smashing the bitches. Allegedly, I think Glorilla fuck with D-Lo. Or was fucking with D-Lo. Let's look that up. I think Glorilla was fucking Bossman Dlow, though. Could be wrong. Let's look that up, though. Glorilla, Bossman Dlow. Let's see. Glorilla messing with Bossman Dlow. Let's see. She gonna be disappointed if that's true. Let's finish watching the video, though.
Pop out and be in a relationship, though. This was from the alleged Bossman Dlow account. And then Justin said, I mean, you started the conversation talking sexually. What am I supposed to be thinking? And that would be followed up with another redacted message. Now, Timmy Bansom would post a picture of him flipping off the screen. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. Because that has Poetic Flacco's name on the flip off for some reason. And it says, he don't want no puppy. He want a Bansom Barbie. That is crazy.
Wow.
And then Justin would go to show that Bossman Dlow was definitely messaging him/her, because I don't want to offend nobody, on Instagrams in vanishing mode.
Man. Bro, the nigga said his name is Timmy. The nigga identified as Timmy, and he said he knew I was a boy. We don't have to like call him by, he literally said the nigga knew I was a boy. So it's not even offensive to say him, like he calling himself a him. He just a him that take D. But it's a him though.
And then it would go on to post these stories. So hey man, listen dog, it's looking like Bossman Dlow, man, it's gonna have a bad week. Now the thing about it is this, bro. When Bossman Dlow first came out, as y'all do remember, Young Tia Kemp, was the one who kind of like, I don't know, promoted the song. You wanna be a ball? You gotta pay the price. Y'all remember that? Now, after Tia Kemp was denied being in Bossman Dlow's music video, Tia Kemp came to the
Dlow, Bossman, Balala.
Wait, let me show you the video. Wait, let me show you the video now. Wait a minute. It's unbelievable, bro.
internet, and she exposed the video of Bossman Dlow getting his booty ate. Now that right there for me was a tall tale sign.
Bro, let niggas get they groceries munched if they want, man. If it's a female, listen, I'm not into that. Me personally, I'm not into that. The furthest I'm allowing a shorty to go is the gooch. Get the gooch and get up out of there. You feel me? Get the gooch though. I'm Gucci man. I'm with the gooch shit. Get the Gucci man. Lick that. Yeah, I like that. But we gotta stop there. Stop sign at the gooch. You feel me? No further than that. But if a nigga wanna get his geeks, his salad tossed by his girl, that's legal. There's no flag on that play. Let that nigga do that. Just, I don't want the bitch next, because she eat ass. I'm good on that.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm just saying. Even if the video wasn't real, how the hell has Tia Kemp got these allegations about you, bro? Now, hopefully, you're saying, hey, if this is the truth, and only if it's the truth, because this is a media platform, Cliff World TV. We don't, everything right now is alleged. Timmy Bansom could be lying on Bossman Dlow. But if this...
And that wouldn't be the first transmission to lie on a straight nigga. It's like, transmissions be lying on straight niggas sometimes, trying to shame them. But it's like, so what you think of the niggas that be fucking you then? What you think of the niggas who openly be smashing you and be hitting your phone every day? If you trying to expose this nigga, you must think it's wrong for him to be smashing you then. So you must think that it's something wrong with gay people. That's what you think? You got hate for in your own heart. You got hate for yourself.
This is the truth. The Bossman Dlow must come live in his truth. Like the famous Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club always says, the truth shall set you free. Now y'all jump in the comment section and let me know, do y'all think Bossman Dlow is a Philibert booty buster? Y'all let me know, bro. I don't know. Like I say, these are allegations. Timmy Bansom, Justin, whatever it want to be called, done came to the internet with these allegations. And as y'all already know, when it come across my desk, I got to do it because I do it the best.
I ain't gonna lie, man. What y'all think about this shit?
So, Bossman Dlow, bro, come on, clean this up, man. Yeah, no. We got to get you to clean this up, bro. It's finna be summertime, bro. We already know you gave out.
Yo, the nigga Timmy got the same shape up as Bossman Dlow. They got the same barber. Bossman Dlow and Timmy. Look, let me show you look at Timmy. Timmy got the same shape up as this nigga. This shit crazy.
Now, y'all jump in the comment section and let me know. Do y'all think Bossman Dlow is a Philibert booty buster?
And did he respond to this? Let's see if he responded to this. Bossman Dlow exposed by Texas. Response. Nigga said a Philibert booty buster. Texas response. I know he had to respond to this shit already. I know he had to say something. Bossman Dlow responds to allegations of messing with a trans woman. Let's see. Bossman Dlow gets exposed by trans OF model trying to link up, then says that he didn't know him. Let's see.
If some anyway, some type of keep playing with.
Oh shit. The nigga typing. Timmy Bansom. He vanish mode me after that. Hey, but I got his number and we was texting. They don't call him Dlow for nothing. Follow my Finsta to get the messages, and I'm gonna be exposing more of y'all favorite rapping if they keep playing with me. This person don't even know how to spell rappers. They put rapping.
And I'm gonna keep posting more of y'all favorite rappers if they keep playing with me. Now, of course, y'all probably look at that like, oh, he capping. Y'all know how it go, bro. A lot of these dudes always do that. For some reason, people from that community tend to try to pull that stunt and try to make rappers look bad.
That's what I was saying. I don't know what's up with that. Like, for some reason, like, people in that community, shout out to that community because it's all love. Like, my sister is gay. My sister's 100% gay. I fuck with that community. It's got no issues with that community. But for some reason, the dudes in that community be like trying to like put the shit on straight niggas. Not saying that this is them putting on a straight nigga, because I ain't gonna lie. Bossman Dlow, like, you gotta answer to this shit, bro. We don't care. I don't care. Like I said, you love who you love, like what you like. It don't change nothing about my life. You feel me? But at the same time, if you sticking it in men and then you sticking it in females, that got something to do with men. Like, we care about that, bro. You could be in, you know what I'm saying, sharing shit that you don't need to be sharing. Feel me?
And the first thing you see is literally Bossman Dlow, you feel me, in his DM, and it says like question mark and dude says, hey, right? Now, of course, that's not good. You like, that don't make sense. You can edit that, whatever case may be. And right after that, he put up a post again with Bossman Dlow number, right?
That's
and he
crazy.
said, y'all, the way he thought I was going to link him for free is crazy. I'm going to post a message on my other page. Now, of course, that's somebody named as Bossman Dlow, but we like, at the end of the day, you could text yourself, you feel me, and literally edit the name and say Bossman Dlow. Now, right after that, he exposed some allegedly messages, right? As y'all see, I'm not even gonna read all that, but you can see multiple messages with him and the Bossman Dlow number. You feel what I'm saying? And then dude went on to say he don't want no puppy, he want a Benson Barbie. Now I'm like, at this point, bro, this dude chasing clout, whatever, man. He went on to the story, and this way get ugly. He said, I would have kept it on the Dlow if you didn't waste my time trying to get this Benson for free, bro. What the fuck does that even mean?
So he's selling it. So Bansom Barbie booty is for sale.
Well, of course, everybody's like, it's fake. You ain't showing no real proof. We ain't got no FaceTime evidence or none of the case may be. But it seems like this is where things get ugly when the dude literally goes to his phone and shows Bossman Dlow actual page and the messages in them. Now, he put that video up, and as y'all seen the caption, it says, babe, ain't none fake. He literally texted me the whole time in vanish mode and sent me his number.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, though. I mean, but do we know what page it came from, though? How we know it's the transmission page, though? Like,
the dude literally goes to his phone and shows Bossman Dlow actual page and the messages in them.
I don't even know if we could call this a transmission. Like, I see no nails done. This is a nigga, bro. This is a gay nigga. This is not a transmission, bro. Like, nigga, that don't look feminine. That's a nigga, bro. Look, nails ain't done. That's a nigga. This is a nigga hand. This is a man hand. And what kind of phone is you recording this second video on? Like, I don't see the iPhone cameras there, nothing.
Now, he put that video up, and as y'all seen the caption, it says, "Babe, ain't nothing fake." He literally texted me the whole time.
Bro, but we didn't even see it coming from Bansom's page, though. We don't technically know if that's Bansom Barbie DM. How do we know that that's Bansom, the Bansom nigga DM? How we know this nigga DM?
In Vanish mode and sent me his number. And then he went on to follow that story up and said, "Moral of the story is your favorite rappers are my missions. I don't usually do this, LOL. But he literally asked me to buy my own flight to Orlando and munch on him for free. Maybe if he would have started the conversation off nice and wasn't on some hornball-ish, this wouldn't be out right now."
Wow, this nigga Bossman Dlow was trying to get the throat hugs. This nigga Bossman Dlow was trying to get the throat hugs from the transmission.
And as y'all see, he went on to expose dude and said the reason why he exposed him is because, you know, pretty much he wanted, Bossman Dlow wanted dude to munch on him for the free. Now listen, bro, I don't even really want to go in too much on that situation because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not. Granted, the dude just put some DMs and pretty much showed proof that they have been conversating. But at the end of the day, that's to each his own. Now, this is what I don't understand about this situation, right? I be in the mix of little things, right? Because I know for a fact, if that's really true, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but I'm not saying it is, that's not the first or the last person that's ever done that. Little do y'all know, it's probably a lot of transsexuals, you feel me, people that happen to go both ways, or guys that like guys. It's a lot of rappers and athletes in their DMs. Little do y'all know, they just got an NDA or they just keep it on low. Like, that's just what it is. Some people like what they like, and it's like a lot of times fantasies for dudes, whatever. I don't know, you feel me? But that just was going on with some of them. But this be my thing, right? I could care less about Bossman Dlow is going that way. That has nothing to do with me. What a man does with his...
That's exactly what I just said, bro. For anybody that was here 2 minutes ago, I literally just said that. I could give a goddamn less fuck what he do with his piece. It don't affect me. Just don't be smashing niggas, then go smash females like raw dog, because then you spreading diseases and all that. Like, it's not good. It's not cool.
Johnson has nothing to do with me, but this be my only thing, right? And I want to ask y'all real quick. I want to just see what angle y'all go at. When I see situations like that, I'll be like, see, you expose the people. That's why a situation happen where, you know, people sometimes they get down. You feel what I'm saying?
That ain't
they
right.
have violence acted upon them.
That ain't
but
right.
Then sometimes in the back of my mind, I be wondering, like, maybe that's good that they did expose that. Because let me tell y'all something, bro. It's a lot of these dudes that sleep with people from that community unprotected.
Right. Exactly, bro. I'm glad my mind... Yo, shout out to my nigga, Look, It's Jay. I'm fucking with him, bro. He got real... Me and him got the same tape.
And be catching stuff and going back and laying with women without letting them know that they're doing that, and they pass stuff on down. Now, I'm not saying that women can't catch nothing or spread nothing either, but y'all get what I'm trying to say, bro. When you out here laying with men unprotected, I feel as though a woman deserves to know that, okay, this is what you got going on, so she could choose whether she want to still agree to lay with you. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree. Because then she going to sleep with you. Take whatever take whatever man on man, whatever came from man on man action, now you giving it to female, and other men that never been with a man are now going to be subject to whatever. You understand what I'm saying? That's weak. I don't like that.
It's not safe, really, to be laying with anybody unprotected and going to the next person. That's how you pass on disease and stuff. But like a man at that's even crazier. You see what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised. You feel me? I'm not saying that Bossman Dlow is that. Let me make this clear. I am not saying that Bossman Dlow is that. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised though, because it's a lot of rappers that's into that. You feel me? Like, you can just look at the way they dress and all that. Y'all may think these dudes that's just style and fashion though. A lot of
facts though. Niggas be dressing straight feminine, man. I want to say, I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna say something else. I forgot it was on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, niggas be dressing wild, and y'all be thinking these niggas straight. All right, let's see what No Jumper had to say. Let's get little Bossman Dlow response.
But speaking of seeing in person, a Transformer, a Bossman Dlow. So a Decepticon. Apparently,
Decepticon?
Yeah, a Decepticon. Apparently,
Flock is a troll.
Apparently revealed that Bossman Dlow was trying to sword fight with him.
Wow.
Pull it up.
How's he gonna do that with a micro penis? That's gonna be like a.
Bossman Dlow? Yeah, he got.
Does he have a micro?
Got a micro.
Oh, you didn't see them? No. Oh, no. Okay, like he has a condition though. It's yeah.
It's not normal.
Bossman Dlow.
Yeah.
No, like
The Florida rapper?
Yeah.
Pause, bro. Why are they discussing this man penis open with knowledge? How do they know he got a micro? How would they know he got a micro penis? What the hell? How'd that work?
You didn't see them? No. Oh, no. Okay, like he has a condition though. It's yeah.
It's not normal.
Bossman Dlow.
Yeah.
No, like
The Florida rapper?
Yeah.
But gotta pay the price.
Yeah.
Want to be the boss?
Here.
Want to be the boss?
Right? No, like you're thinking like, oh, like just regular small. No, he has like an actual like condition where like I think it was like Tia Kemp, who
it looked like a clit.
Yeah, right. It was real.
This can't be real. They can't really be talking about this rapper's beef. I'm eating beef steak. I don't want to hear y'all talk about nigga beef.
Big ass clit.
The situation is already mookie.
Yeah, Rick Ross' baby mama got sent a video of Bossman Dlow getting his ass ate by some chick, and then also too like him like sleeping.
That's the one that I saw.
Yeah, right. Like and him sleeping and after fucking, and like the girl is foul as fuck because she took the camera and put it right next to his penis and zoomed in.
No, I think she the show was doing him
and
dirty.
This was on.
That's fucked up, man. Some of us is growers and not showers. Some of us dick only look pretty big when it's hard. That's fucked up. Don't take no picture of my dick when it's on soft. You're not catching the best. You're not catching my shit under the best light. You're not catching my dick under the best light. That's fucked up. Taking a picture of a nigga dick when it's at the softest point. That's fucked up.
On Twitter?
Yeah. And then Tia Kim actually like came on Instagram Live and showed the picture. No, like the video of him getting his ass ate and then the video of his micro penis. It's a
Bro, that's fucked up.
condition. Like he actually had and he said, listen, I got a small dick, but my paper long. So he actually just,
got a small dick, but my paper long.
Did he actually say that?
And just own up to it, which, hey, listen, bro, if you get caught.
Yo, are they lying? Maybe they lying, bro. They be lying on here sometimes. Let me see, bro. Let me see if we get Tia Kemp expose Bossman Dlow. Tia Kemp expose Bossman Dlow peen. Bossman Dlow baby mama dick pic leaks by Tia Kemp. That boy got a micro. Oh shit, they not lying.
Every episode is a real treat. Just talk, real talk.
What's the modus that just told love you too? Penis, he got a baby dick. No.
Leaked iMessages of rapper Bossman Dlow has a mic. That's fucked up, bro.
Ass.
Yo, the fact
That's
that
out
niggas
there.
is parading your penis around, niggas is parading your micro peen around is fucked up. I thought No Jumper might have been lying. They dead ass.
Caught in 4K like that, bro, the only thing you can do is just own up to it, which, bro, I applaud him. But this is out of control, right? Now, so the dude is claiming that Bossman Dlow DM him.
The dude is
right? He DM him like 2 question marks, and he put "Hey?" question mark, but it says "seen" and it don't show a response after that. However, he claims that Bossman Dlow DM him in like in advantage mode and asked for his number, and they was texting.
So there's no proof.
Yeah, there's no proof. And what? Like,
Yeah, there's no proof that these text messages are Bossman Dlow, but he showed DMs. Just keep going.
He leaked the phone number though.
Yeah, here. So he showed Bossman Dlow did DM him, and he put "Hey?" question mark, but then that's the last message on IGDM. It don't show them like exchanging numbers, nothing like that. So I guess we all believe that Bossman Dlow was the one that was involved.
I mean,
The nigga was about to link up with a transmission, found out the transmission got a bigger beef than him. That's Mookie.
Do y'all believe that Bossman Dlow DM him in advantage mode, asked him for like his number, and then they continued the text exchange that like we saw?
all I know is it looked like they got the same barber.
I said the same shit. They got the same shape up, bro. Shit is sharp as hell.
I agree.
What's up, bro? Bro got a fire ass hairline, no cap.
That's why I'm saying you can't even call him a transmission, bro. He got a shape up. That's a boy.
Do I believe it? I believe that is possible, but I think that this seems like a really clout chasey way to. I don't know, and there's no real substantial evidence here.
Exactly, I agree. It's not substantial.
But they're all like this though.
This is speculation.
Yeah, but they're see, and he's like, yo, this is culture. No, but they're all like this. Like they.
Who's all like what?
Rappers.
No, that community, they're all like this, bro. Like they're all like
that community is crazy.
You don't want to say they all like that, but a lot of them do be trying to expose straight men. It's like they trying to shame the straight men for being gay. But that means you think being gay is something to be ashamed of. If you shaming a straight man for being gay, that's how I see it. Like the people in that community be shaming the hell out of niggas. Oh, you gay. Even girls that got gay best friends and shit be like, nigga, you gay. Like, damn, what do you think about your best friend? Because if that's an insult.
Extreme like validation seekers. They feel like their validation comes from the attention of men that people perceive to be straight. So am I surprised that a Decepticon did this? No. However, it's within their nature to create fake receipts, to lie, because they're mentally ill, right? So yes, mentally ill people do mentally ill, which is
Flacco is hate is this could be considered hate speech, bro. That's like if somebody be like, all black people is mentally ill. Like, bro, you just monolized them. You just made them a monolith. You just said all gay people is mentally ill. That's crazy. And like this shit is monetized, bro. YouTube monetized this. That shit crazy. He literally just basically called all gay people mentally ill. Look, Flacco's bugging on here. He wouldn't say this on his own channel though. But he'll risk no jumpers monetization.
Surprised that a Decepticon did this? No. However, it's within their nature to create fake receipts, to lie, because they're mentally ill.
Nah, that's crazy.
So
I disagree.
So yes, mentally ill people do mentally ill, which is clout chase, which is lie, which is create fake receipts. So again, I won't be surprised if he's lying, but
do gay people sometimes do that? Yes, they sometimes guilty of basically exposing people and shit. Yes. But you gonna call them mentally ill and throw them all in one bus? They all like, bro, that's wild, bro. Flacco be saying some wild shit on here sometimes. That's crazy.
Are we just gonna say just straight up, your Bossman Dlow is the straightest looking person ever? And this could not be true, bro. Bossman Dlow looked like a homosexual.
Well, do you think because of like his micro penis, he's like, damn, I kind of want someone with a bigger dick than me. It's like,
when he catch you, man, he's
trying to compensate. That's how I do it in the streets.
Listen.
when
I just wanted to flip his cadence.
Okay, okay. Can I say like my take on this?
Yeah.
Now there's a possibility. There's not enough substantial evidence to kind of back this person's claims, but I have witnessed as a female the LGBTQ community jump into inboxes of straight men, alleged straight men, even one that I was dealing with, and they let them sit in their inbox, especially this one individual. And it took me to pay attention to the fact that this might have been,
a robot in disguise.
Right. And so after I was made aware of that, I brought it forth to, the person's attention. I'm like, this is and he was like, oh, well, I already knew that. Okay, why is this person still sending your inbox? Why have you not blocked this individual?
It was the dude like, well, I'm kind of into that. You feel me?
No, he was denying the claims, and he was saying that he already knew that this person was that person.
A Decepticon.
Is it possible?
I'm tired of you.
Is it possible that he didn't? I mean, looking at that looks like
no, you can tell.
Yeah, that looked like a fucking.
Now the person that I'm talking about, you couldn't really tell. It took me 5 profile visits, and after the 5th profile visit, I'm like, hold on, this chest just doesn't seem.
Was they Asian?
This chest just
the guy?
doesn't seem
No,
right.
the chick.
No, they were light skinned mixed.
I feel like it's kind
Wait,
of.
was it a trans man or a trans woman?
Trans man.
It was a girl who transitioned to a man.
No, it was a guy that transitioned into a
woman.
And that's what that is too.
What's more common? Man to woman or woman to man? I think man to woman probably.
Right?
No, that's no. A
trans man means like you transition to a man. Trans woman means you transition to a woman.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Did you know that, Lish?
I mean, that kind of makes sense because it's what you prefer to be identified as.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah, okay. So it was a trans
woman. And they hopped in your DMs?
No, this guy that I was talking to.
Damn.
So the guy that you was talking
so
to
he like you
was
and
so
he like
interested that he screenshot the DM.
No, he just left it sitting in his request, and I knew that he seen the request because it was open.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's in the request.
But he didn't respond.
It doesn't matter. He was
But he didn't respond. Why are we talking about this shit if he didn't respond? He didn't communicate.
waiting until things went left to go back to that DM.
Oh,
Okay?
so okay.
That's how I felt.
No, he left it in the request, right?
Yeah, if you left in request, because I got.
Or did he leave it in general? Because that's different. Again, like request.
Yo, chicks want niggas to be gay so bad. The nigga never responded to the DM, but she's still worried about the shit. Why didn't you delete it? If I deleted that, make it look more weird. I didn't never responded. Let's just leave it what it was. I never responded.
This means
Please.
I'm never touching it. Like I never responded
I
back.
don't think he knew that this person was that, though, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But imagine how many men don't know that that person is that, and then they get intertwined with this person, and then it's too late.
I don't see how you don't know, because I'll tell you what, I
didn't know,
because I got some covert third leggers that are in my message request folder. I'm sure, you feel me? I just look and be like, oh, it's a whole dude. You stay in there. You feel me? That to me, that's limbo. I ain't gotta deny a request. You just
I
blocked them.
I don't even have to I could just open up the DM and never respond to it. That means I saw it. I'm not interested. You're a nigga. I'm good.
Bro, fam.
You will block him, right?
Bro, listen, yo, especially yo, like, bro, on Twitter,
they could be fans. You're not.
No, what is this? Flacco said these new Kaisen allegations could end his career. Let's see. Oh shit. Oh, I want to see this. American guns get smuggled to Mexico. Oh, we gotta watch this. All right, so we gotta line a couple videos up. We watching this Tommy G video next. Shout out to Tommy G. We watching this Tommy G video next, and then after that, we watching this Casanet video. This video Flacco did on Casanet.
this chick on TikTok is trying.
Hold on, we're gonna see. Let's keep going. Let me go grab something to drink. I'll be right back.
No,
trans as a fan.
Fam, listen, bro, like, be fans.
Not fansexual.
Again, I fuck with everybody,
Fangender?
right? No, I fuck with everybody, but like, bro, I will see like the Twitter DMs. Oh, like you're cute. Some blocked every time, right?
Come on.
Block, cause, bro, like, why the f you DMing me like you're cute for?
Or why are you saying, where you at, Papa?
Nah,
well, to be fair,
that's a block.
Where are you at, Papa?
That's a block.
Yeah.
So why
That's
did
not
this
even
man
a
not block that person?
So yeah, where are you at, Papa?
Where you at, Papa?
No, that's
It feels like you were talking to this person before and they just had a new Instagram.
Yeah.
Now, if I didn't say anything, what would you have done when we broke up?
If it's a woman though, I'm not blocking them for where you at, Papa. But if it's
It's that person.
well, but he didn't know that, right? Like he probably thought that it was a woman.
How did you not? He said he knew that though.
Oh,
If you knew that, why didn't you block this person that said, where you at, Papa?
Oh yeah, that's a block.
That's a block.
Now, again though, there are some freaky men who will save people like this for like an off night and just get the throw. To me, you still gay.
That's very gay.
Chain blinging, yeah.
It's undeniably
That's what I'm
gay.
saying.
If you do any type of sex act with someone that had a penis in some point in their life, you're gay. I really don't care who gets on my top about this.
All right, we moving on to the next video, man. Shout out to Tommy G. How American guns get smuggled to Mexican cartels. Let's see what's up. I'm interested in this video. If you a gun lover like me, you like guns, you interested in this topic. Shout out to Tommy G.
I do get firearms, I send them across the border, make money for myself from that, other people make money from it. Today I'm going to discuss how guns are brought from the United States into Mexico.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way. So my mom was in jail, I needed to put food on the plate. I ended up selling it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it, so everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here where we were in chases every day.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
At what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years old.
We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
$9,700.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to that. Yes, it is.
The power Mexican cartels have accumulated is hard to fathom. With Jalisco New Generation Cartel and the Sinaloa Cartel leading the charge, these paramilitary crime syndicates have global reach. They are heavily armed, deeply connected, and absolutely ruthless. Specializing in drug trafficking, human smuggling, extortion, and more, these organizations pull in billions of dollars every year. And the United States plays a part in this because the ugly truth behind some of their power is American guns. Now, as Americans, we get mad about the fentanyl flooding across our border. But what about our guns that are flooding into Mexico? In this episode, we expose the pipeline. From cartel operators to US gun smugglers running thousands of firearms across the border to the law enforcement agents fighting to stem the flow. These folks are the players in this deadly supply chain of power and violence. And would you believe that some of our own three-letter agencies might be involved? This is the story of how American guns end up in the hands of Mexican cartels.
What's up, brother? Good to meet you. Is it true that different people in the game are on the run right now?
Oh yeah, most of the people I know just either their people either got hit by, one of the three people that were going out there raiding people, or just had some shit happen, or some people getting audited and they gotta go on the run. So Mexico is just the go-to right now. States are too hot. State troopers, Border Patrol up in Phoenix.
So do you have a fear that if you did a bad business transaction that someone would come looking for you?
I don't fear for my life at all in this situation, just because throughout this whole business, I've been clean business. I see myself as a way of just normal, civilian that's out here just trying to make money. So you're gonna have the gun itself, where the gun is, who's the one that's either gonna get it or who has it. I go buy that off that person at a price where I can make a profit for myself. Or I send someone into a store to go get something from me, and I have my people that I sell it to at a pretty good markup. They send it to one of their kind of workers, drivers, and just gets taken down to Mexico in like units.
So you don't physically drive across the border?
No.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. Because you're not just dealing with, legal issues, you're also dealing with territorial issues.
For those not familiar, the Sinaloa Cartel is one of Mexico's most feared and notorious drug cartels. It was led for years by El Chapo Guzman, a ruthless kingpin famous for running a global crime empire and escaping a Mexican prison in 2015 through a mile-long tunnel. He was recaptured in 2016 and extradited to the United States, where he's now being held in ADX Florence, America's most secure prison. He's locked up alongside people like infamous gang leader Larry Hoover and the Boston Marathon bomber. And with El Chapo behind bars, Sinaloa's future has never looked more uncertain. But make no mistake that from Chicago to California, Omaha to Phoenix, the Sinaloa reach is still quite powerful.
All right, folks, we have a sheriff pulling up from Pinal County. He's had a lot of experience in the field. We're going to be interviewing him as well. You have the wildest collection of patches that I think I've ever seen. If we interviewed a cartel member last night, what are the odds that he would be Sinaloa given the control they have in the area?
If he's not Sinaloa, then he's risking his life.
What's your process to do it?
It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way.
And are you physically driving it in a car, or do you have other people do that?
No, there's a chain of command and there's people that do that. You can go into a gun store right now and buy, your typical mini me something like that for $9,000. But if it falls out the back of the truck, I can get it for $5,000.
Do you work for one primary cartel or do you freelance amongst many?
Just one.
Not bad, gang.
Is there any difference in how difficult it is to do business from the Biden administration to the Trump administration?
There might be a couple hiccups, but it's all business. It's all the same. Honestly.
What's that on his neck? Why they blurring out his neck?
It's crazy I can't imagine the border right now. People are scared to go across more than ever before. The risk and like the paranoia of it, you know? Because like some of this shit is like they'll load your car up with like 20 blocks. And like imagine trying to drive across the border, like thinking that, and then if the x-ray's gonna pick you up, shit like that. I guess you know that, you know, like once the border got tighter, you know, things are harder to get into America, you know what I mean?
Was it actually that easy with Biden as president?
I feel like there was a lot more things coming in.
Is it noticeably more difficult now that Trump is in office?
Yeah.
Under the Biden administration, it was a free flow.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Even the smugglers is saying Trump tightened up. Like Biden was letting everything go.
Of everything. The people have stopped coming across so much. I mean, we're way down. I think we were at about 7,000 to 12,000 a week, and we're at like 300 to 700 a week now.
At what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
Since I was about 10, 11 years old. Years of privilege.
There was a study done by the U.S. government from the Government Accountability Office that found that 70% of firearms found in Mexico traced their roots to America. Does that surprise you?
70% of firearms found in Mexico are traced back to America. That's crazy. Damn. So mad guns in America is leaving America.
That's probably lowballing it.
Yeah, it might even be closer to 80, 90.
No, if anything, I feel like it would be a larger number.
Closer to 80, 90% maybe?
Yeah, probably closer to 90.
How much power do the cartels have in places like this in Arizona?
On the American side, they are very smart businessmen, right? They don't, they're getting a little more overt about their stuff, but you just don't have a lot of in your face like you do in Mexico, right? We don't have rolling gun battles here. Sinaloa holds pretty good control of our state. They have not given it up, and they've been here a lot of years.
Are there people in America?
The Sinaloa cartel runs Arizona.
That are officially part of a cartel, or is that only if you live in Mexico?
It's going to stretch all over the world. We'll just put it that way.
Now, according to Arizona law, these gun smugglers could face up to 10 years in prison if caught for the crime. But what's interesting to me is the same U.S. government that will hammer these guys for selling guns also like to sell a lot of guns overseas themselves. This has happened a lot of times in recent history, but let's just highlight a couple of recent examples. Take the Soviet-Afghani conflict in the 1980s. The CIA funneled tens of thousands of guns to the Afghan fighters, the Mujahideen, to win the battle against the dreaded Soviets, our enemy at the time. Fast forward a few years later, the same Mujahideen fighters that we armed with the guns that we gave him, some of these guys later turned into the Taliban, which is really good for the military-industrial complex because this fueled another 20 years of war and profit. And most recently, for the United States politicians and arms manufacturers, we have sent billions to Ukraine and Israel, which some could say the U.S. taxpayer is indirectly responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of people, including women and children. So while a low-level smuggler might spend a decade behind bars for moving a few rifles across the border, the corporations and politicians who benefit from these arms dealings will walk free.
It's always like that, man. That's the same way with the what is it? The pharmaceutical companies, bro. They pushing drugs. They selling drugs. Just the legal way.
Because when the violence is industrialized, it's no longer a crime. It's just good business. Is there any misrepresentation of the American media about the cartels? Like, basically that they're horrifying terrorist organizations?
It's not how they picture it though. It's so media, it's so brainwashed, and they say, oh, the cartel, it so runs this whole area, and if you go there, they're gonna kill you, or this and that. Yeah, the cartel might run a specific area, but as long as you're there and you're not causing no trouble, or you're not out there to steal from nobody, or just sell anything, you know what I mean? If you're just there on good terms and like checking in, everything be good.
Do you think that's a fair picture American media makes of them?
No, that's easy to label something that you can tax. We gotta take care of our own people, you know? The government ain't helping. We see cartels setting side bombers or people in the United States go do mass shootings and get their agenda across or anything. Most of the things that cartels do, unless it's someone in America that was working with them and fucked over somehow, that's when they'll go after you as a person in America.
What do you think about Trump potentially labeling?
Bro, he on the Mexican side, bro. Of course he gonna say, like, the American media plays out Mexico to be wrong. He a Mexican gangster. Of course he gonna say that.
Cartels as terrorist organizations.
Then he should start here with the people on this side.
What do you think would happen if Trump tried invading Mexico or drone striking cartel operations?
It's not gonna be good.
Currently in the news, the U.S. and the Trump administration is considering using drone strikes against the Mexican cartels. But how do we know if these stories are biased, how they're being framed politically, if we're getting the right scoop on what we're being told? This is where the sponsor of today's video comes in, Ground News. What they do is they pull thousands of stories across the internet and compile them, and they rate the reliability of the story based off the political bias of the
I like that. That's a dope app.
the source, which is very helpful because they give us an indication of the reliability of the stories that we're hearing. Just take these stories about drone strikes. Most of the outlets covering this are center or lean right. And Ground News lets you compare these headlines side by side. Take this left-leaning source that says drone strikes will lead to another Vietnam, and take this right-wing source that gives the counterpoint that cartels are using drones to spy on US troops. One of my favorite parts about Ground News is their blind spot feed. What it does is it shows me stories that I might not receive based off the biases I might have or how my algorithm is structured, and it shows me more of a full and complete picture of what is happening in the world. Ground News helps me see through the noise, see through the bias, and help.
This is actually something I might tap in. I might actually get the Ground News app. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm the type that I like to see what different opinions, not just what my leaning opinion would be.
They are very family oriented. I can tell you from the Mexican side of my family. We have family gatherings all the time. We have carne asadas. We get together and play loteria, all this kind of stuff. The difference being when they go to work, it could be to go skin somebody alive that's their enemy, This road in particular is a major smuggling route, and I've had a lot of chases on this route.
And what road are we on right now?
We're on Stanfield Road. These mountaintops will have scouts on them. So all of these valleys out here can have routes where they are pushing people and product up, and they use those routes. The scouts guide the loads. When they get up here to kind of the civilization, that's when they'll hit these regular routes, blacktop routes, on the freeway, shoot up into Phoenix, because Phoenix becomes the hub.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all Phoenix, because Phoenix becomes the hub.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
Why is torture used so often amongst the cartels?
Pain is the best teacher.
So you're a runner, go to a gun store, get it, let's say it's me. If I get flagged, okay, that's a mission that went astray. If not, how often would you send a guy like me to get it again and again and again?
I mean, I've had people that, you wouldn't believe the number of stuff they cut out under the name. It's really kind of strategic in a way, because the way the background checks work is it will show up as, either a pistol or a rifle. It doesn't go into the system as that specific firearm unless the ATF is flagged and involved. You could have someone go store to store, get 5 guns in their name, just one day, clean record, all that stuff.
For you have someone in your family that has died from gun violence.
That ain't gonna work no more though, because the way they doing background checks now, you be waiting in a gun store for an hour before you able to actually leave with the gun. I remember the last time I went in a gun store, bought a gun legally, because y'all know I got a gun license in other states. So in other states I do carry guns and shit. Y'all know I got a crib out of state, obviously. Anyways, like I was saying though, yeah, the background checks be taking like an hour now.
That's in Mexico.
Really, usually though, it's like 15 minutes. Your background check come in. They let you leave with a gun.
Yeah.
Do you blame the guys in America selling the guns?
I don't. I just blame the shooter, really.
How do you feel about being involved in a business that arms the cartel?
It sounds worse than it is in a way. I mean, you think about it is, what I'm doing is basically doing what larger corporate companies have done with other third world countries. Taliban has all guns made in the USA. What I do is I still make those people money. The big corporate, big gun industry still gets money from me. but I also make some money myself in a way by just doing what they're already doing, but on a smaller scale. Even if I stopped what I was doing, someone would just come and fill in for me.
That's everybody's excuse. That's the same thing the drug dealers tell themselves. Like, basically, if I stop doing it, somebody else is going to do it. They're going to buy their drugs from somebody else.
Might as well try to make my money that way. And it's something that's happening in a whole different country.
So gun smugglers will risk prison time for a few $1,000s of profit a month. But what about the big players in what some would call the military-industrial complex? Let's just look at the Russia-Ukraine war, for example. Lockheed Martin's stock hit an all-time high. Raytheon's production lines are going off the charts. Billions of dollars in weapons have flowed across the Ukraine border and across the European nations that are gearing up, looking to refill their arsenal in what has proven to be one of the biggest spending sprees in defense since the Cold War. Now, this is where the gray area comes in. Is this right? Is this wrong? Because whether you look at Ukraine, Israel, Afghanistan, one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. I don't know the answer to all this, but what I do know as a tax-paying citizen is what I've gotten out of the deal are dead soldiers, civilians, destruction, a bad reputation globally, while these companies in the military-industrial complex have reaped the profits in the billions.
Well, I don't think the gun manufacturers make the guns to give to bad guys to like rape, pillage, and carnage their own countries.
Exactly.
So I don't think that's a good way of looking at it.
What made you choose this job over anything else you could have done?
Honestly, the thrill of it in a way, and just a large interest in guns on my part. The money's there. I got lucky with, finding some people. Honestly, I think this is a lot morally acceptable than drugs, safer than drugs, less.
I mean, you selling guns, nigga. Guns literally kill people. The literal main purpose of having guns is to kill. Guns kill. I mean, drugs kill as well, but they also give you a good time.
Perhaps that's dangerous, So my mom was in jail. I need to put food on the plate. And then once people started offering me guns for product, and like tremendously, like no product, when we like damn near getting a gun for free, that's really what changed my eyes, because of some kid who went and robbed the car and found this a gun in the car, and he was scared to have it at home. So he came to me and he said he didn't want that. He'd rather have a little bit of weed.
How much weed do you think you gave him?
Probably like 7 grams.
Wow.
And like that same night, I ended up selling it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it. So everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here, where we were in chases every day. Load vehicles, stolen vehicles going south. So they would go to Phoenix. They could have a stolen vehicle out of West Phoenix down here within about 40 minutes. And so they would run stolen south. They would cross them over, because there's parts of the border just south of us that are just barbed wire fence like this. So they would cut that shit, drive across, and drive the stolen into Mexico, load it up with dope, and then drive it back northbound under the dark of night. And so we would be out here in night chases with them, going after blacked out vehicles, chasing them through the desert, trying to get them before they got to I-8. The scouts would all coordinate their movement. So we would have counter scout operations where us and Border Patrol.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit look fun as hell. This shit like a fun job for the police, even though it's dangerous though, because niggas, they shooting at you, that ain't fun no more.
Would work together to try and take the scouts off the hills when we knew loads were coming, so that they were flying blind essentially. And then under the last
women. They sent the women.
Presidential administration, it was so wide open that they didn't need any of that stuff. Nobody was stopping them. So, and there were so many of them that there was just a flood of people coming through, a flood of dope coming through. Border Patrol was tasked out in all these other areas. It was like Thermopylae for us, man. I mean, we were up against, tens of thousands of people, and it's really not even our job, right? The immigration piece is not the sheriff's job, right. But we were stuck with a lot of this stuff. Our military was essentially teaching other countries how to defend their country, right? And
guys, we got to cover some more cartel history, because American guns are not the only thing that the United States has contributed towards the rise and dominance of Mexican cartels. Let's take you back to the mid-90s to Fort Benning, Georgia at the School of Americas, where for decades and still today, this was a place where Latin American military forces were brought to practice skills in things like urban warfare, interrogation tactics, and
What? We bought other countries here to learn how to be a military and to learn how to torture people? Wait, did I hear that correct? Hold up.
contributed towards the rise and dominance of Mexican cartels. Let's take you back to the mid-90s to Fort Benning, Georgia at the School of Americas, where
Fort Benning, Georgia at the School of Americas. This is America.
For decades and still today, this was a place where Latin American military forces were
came here to practice?
Brought to practice skills in things like urban warfare, interrogation tactics, and psychological warfare. The School of Americas has since been renamed due to many former students committing various coups and human rights violations across Central and South America. Classes here are taught in Spanish and oftentimes led by U.S. Green Berets. One of the groups that was trained here was GAFE, one of Mexico's elite special forces groups whose job it was to raid high-value targets and combat narcotics operations. In the 90s, about 30 of the GAFE guys eventually defected from the Mexican military to work for the Gulf Cartel, which they later left to create their own and one of the most feared cartels of all time, Los Zetas. Now, the majority of scholars agree that this was not some CIA psyop on purpose, but rather an unintended consequence on the part of the United States. However, there are known cases of former special forces guys being put on cartel payroll to teach their soldiers and sicarios advanced tactics. Just food for thought as we look at the history of how some of these cartels came to be.
What's been your biggest month in revenue so far?
I think the best run I had is I made 70K in 4 months.
Wow. How did that feel?
Amazing. I never felt that level of accomplishment before in my life.
Have you ever been visited by a 3-letter agency?
Allegedly.
How is that?
Pressuring, in a way. One of the things you want to do with that is you want to have them talk to you. You know, doing that, I was able to find out, in a way, what they knew about me. You know, where also I reflected where I went wrong, other factors, and how much they knew, you know.
So you kind of stayed silent and let them talk?
Yeah.
This is the Obama solution here.
So someone could be camping out here and someone's hustling a load.
Yeah, and we've had that happen where there's been people out here either hunting or just camping for a weekend, and they'll have a stolen vehicle in the middle of a chase, will run right through their campsite and blasting up here to the interstate to get away from the cops. And so this whole area is kind of, again, just like the other area, all the high points, you're gonna have scouts. There's usually scouts on this hill, and there's scouts a little bit deeper in, and they're watching over the valleys.
The cartel member we spoke with last night said that if drone strikes were taken against the cartel, we really escalated against them, there would be a ripple effect where they're gonna escalate the violence here and try and, I mean, do you see that as a potential chess move that really results badly for the American citizens?
No. If they just look historically at the U.S., they would understand that that's a really stupid statement to make. I think it was Japan that woke up the dragon, right? I don't think they understand what they're saying. Like, that's fine to say, and there's a lot of machismo in that. Like, hey, if you mess with me, you come after my family, I'll come after your family. That's all fun and good, but when you go to war on the U.S., that's a whole different level of fucking with us that we're not going to put up with. And I don't think they understand the hate that would come their way if something like that were to happen.
Do you ever have sympathy for some of these guys that, like, hey, while I don't agree with what you're doing, I get why you're in your own situation?
Yeah, man. I mean, again, having a wife that's Mexican, there's some of her family that are involved in some of this stuff. I don't hate them. It's family, and they're doing what they think they need to do to get by. And again, it's all circumstantial, man.
Remember, he said his wife got family members that when they go to work, it might be to skin a body. It might be to skin somebody, like a human. But that's their job.
And what you're facing in your life and how you're dealing with it, I definitely have sympathy for that. I don't think it's right for them to do what they're doing to get their money or to get ahead or whatever, but I can't fault them for trying to get ahead and do well for their family.
People, I think, in American media, like, it's almost like these guys are monsters. Like, are these guys just normal people in a way?
Yeah, they're normal guys and gals in the sense that, just like us standing here, we can sit and have a conversation. Now, in the right circumstances, would one of them kill me if they could? Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't get real personal. They're just trying to do their thing. And so it is what it is. Man.
So you had to survive on your own from an early age?
Yeah, well, I have my sisters, really. It was really my sisters helping to hold it down. Once I seen, like, the pressure put on them, it takes a toll on you and me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the youngest of 9. When my mom was locked up and my father passed away, you know what I'm saying? It was really just me and my siblings. And I have my older brothers don't have.
He turned into the dad.
Papers, they're in Mexico, you get me? And one of them already died. So it's just me and my sisters, and then I have a brother who really be on his own world. So I really had to, like, either step in or step out. once you get into this, like the money is here. This is really what makes you, you know, a little bit as that extra, especially now in this society where the bills take up everything, all the money you make, every job you have, every dollar you make is gonna go to a bill. You get me? At least now, right here, I'm able to feed my family, pay my bills, and still, you know, go have some fun.
Are a lot of these guys balling off of this?
If we were to catch a group right now, they look like hammered dog shit, man. They just beat up because they've been hiking for 4 or 5 days through the mountains. A lot of times they're drinking a concoction of like meth and fentanyl and cocaine, and so they're all wired up, not feeling shit. Rattlers and stray bullets will get you every time. So you can see there's kind of a depression here and kind of bushes and stuff like that. You can see how the grass is kind of beat down, which means there's been people in here. And then you'll start seeing the black bottles that's traditionally smuggler trash. They carry the black bottles with water all the way up from Mexico. There's parts in Mexico where they're buying all this stuff. They're buying the camouflage, they're buying the black bottles.
And what goes in the black bottles?
Water. They black them out so that they're not shiny, visible. And so you'll see them kind of scattered throughout here. You should start seeing some of the clothing and stuff.
Damn, they drink it out of a bottle that's spray painted black. How did the bottle become black? You spray painted it. I hope they spray painted just the outside, not the inside.
So they've, like, by the time they get to this point, they've already been backpacking for 4 or 5 days up from Mexico. Then they get here, and this is kind of their final staging point where they will kind of hang out and wait for a ride to come get them. And so typically speaking, this is where they kind of discard their clothing, discard any trash that they have, and jump in their ride and go.
Wow. Nah, you would think we was with Border Patrol. You would think we was with Immigration. Nah, we with the Sheriff's Department right here.
So they'll get in this little cut here, and you can kind of see from the grass pressed down, they'll just get in here, rest, and wait for their ride to come get them. And I mean, we're 10 yards off of Interstate 8. And so car will pull up, give a signal, they'll jump out of this spot, go load into the car real quick, and then they're off and running. One thing they did start doing too is when they know that we are onto them because of the stuff they're leaving behind, they would start collecting it all into a trash bag or whatever, and then they would have one person take it off 100 couple yards away so that it didn't give away their position as much.
Do you have any opinion of the new Mexican president, Sheinbaum? Like, has she changed things at all with how you guys do business?
Money talks.
So it's business as usual. Mexico officials are being paid off. Police forces are getting paid off, and business keeps going.
Yeah.
How hard is it to
Straight
bribe
up.
a police officer?
Here?
Well, yeah, I guess compare America and Mexico.
That's the same.
You can bribe people here?
Oh, yeah.
What percent of cops in border towns in Arizona would you say are in some ways paid off?
At least 3/4.
At least 3/4?
Oh, yeah.
And how much does it cost to buy a cop?
It just depends if it's a one-time thing. You know, you throw them a couple grand. And if it's an ongoing thing, you put them on the salary, you give them, you know, 3 or 4 grand a month.
There's really that many American cops on payroll like that? We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that. I know from the years that I've worked that we've had compromised Border Patrol agents. We've had compromised officers. So same thing, they make a lucrative offer to somebody who is not making very much money, and people compromise their integrity for that. And
have you ever had to fire somebody because you caught them doing that?
Yep, we worked a case when I was working undercover. We had one of our guys that was involved, and we had to work a case on him and ultimately arrested him with the help of the FBI.
Now, I'm going to throw out the number he said, which I think is kind of crazy, but I want your take on it.
Right.
He said, about 60-70% of the Border Patrol and cops.
He's full of shit. Not on the U.S. side. The Mexico cops are more easily compromised, and on that side, it is the threat of violence, because way back when we talked to a compromised Mexico police officer, and he told us it was as simple as this. I was trying to be a good local cop. I was just watching traffic and I was stopping speeders, and I got blocked in by 2 vehicles, and a guy gets in the passenger side and he said, hey, you know who I am? And he said, I knew who he was. He was a local cartel boss. And he said, hey, we want you to work for us. All you have to do is not be on this road from these times to these times, right? And the guy said, no, I'm not. I'm an upstanding citizen. I'm not part of your crew, none of that crap. They said, okay, here's a picture of your wife and family, and we have eyes on them right now.
Bro, that's fucked up. Here's a picture of your wife and family. Come on, the nigga gonna do whatever you say.
And you basically have 60 seconds to make your choice, whether you're with us or against us. And if you're against us, then your family's going to pay the price, right? And so all I had to do was not watch this road and keep my family alive. And so it wasn't much money at all, dude. You're talking a couple grand, and for that particular time, right? We think that he had done it more than that, but you're talking a couple grand is what he had compromised himself for.
I couldn't believe and didn't quite buy the numbers that many U.S. Border Patrol agents or U.S. cops were bought and paid for by the Mexican cartels. So I called another Sinaloa contact of mine to see if he could add some insight on those numbers. Here's what he said.
Would you agree with the stat, 60 to 70% of them?
I feel like 80%. What? They either want drugs or money. Some of them don't even have a choice. If you say no to the amount of money, you know, like food, you don't have a fucking choice. You feel me? We control you. I have a couple of them that go pick up my people and pass them over. You feel me? All you have to do is follow instructions.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
A week, $9,500. But remember, some of them would get a kilo. You know, some of them want some kilos, some of them want some yellow. You feel me? So some of them want money, so some of them drugs.
Even after talking to this guy, I still doubt those numbers. I feel like these guys only come in contact with Border Patrol agents that are corrupted, so in their view, all of them are. But I just can't believe that the majority of Border Patrol agents are bought. I just don't think it's true. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
What you make in a day here is what you make in a month over there. My brothers live off $150 a month, USD. Let that sink in. I can make that in like in one cell. One gun transaction, you get me? I can make way more than that in one gun transaction and send that over right there.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to 1,000.
1,000 guns?
Close to 1,000.
The cartel guy we spoke to last night claimed that in a typical month, he might be able to get 1,000 guns across the border.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's credible?
Yeah, that's absolutely credible.
Is it even possible that he's downplaying it?
Probably, yeah, because he's not wanting to get his bosses in trouble.
So you have a few runners daily going?
Yeah.
Is it with Border Patrol too? You can buy off Border Patrol?
Oh, definitely.
So like, do you have to, because obviously you don't just stroll up there and ask, like, do you have to meet him at a bar? Do you have to, like, how do you initiate this?
They're sent to train.
What does that mean?
They're sent to the academy.
Tell me about the clashes.
Shit. He's saying we the ones that send them to the academy. Before they even, they're compromised before they become a cop. We sent them to the academy. You saw this? And that's real shit, because I know gangs in New York do that.
To meet him at a bar? Do you have to, like, how do you initiate this?
They're sent to train.
What does that mean?
They're sent to the academy.
Tell me about the clashes going on right now. Are things fairly stable, or is there a lot of battles happening?
No, right? I mean, there's always going to be, you know, a tug of war between powers. It goes through its dormant times. Right now it's active.
The danger he's speaking of refers to the war currently happening within the Sinaloa cartel. Since El Chapo's imprisonment in 2017, the group has splintered, with 2 main factions now holding power. One is led by El Mayo, a co-founder of Sinaloa and some say El Chapo's equal. The other is Los Chapitos, led by El Chapo's sons, known for being younger, flashier, and more aggressive. Their turf war has triggered waves of violence, including this recent story detailing the deaths of dozens of teens.
You're 88. 88, what's the word, my brother? Welcome to the chat, gang.
Mexico. And from what I've heard from sources close to the action, this fighting is not expected to end anytime soon.
What attracted you to this lifestyle?
Honestly, the adrenaline.
Is it terrifying working for a cartel?
Stressful, not terrifying.
So as long as you follow the rules and kind of do honest business, you're kind of in good standing, there's nothing to worry about?
Yeah, you know, you do business as a man.
The one that I wanted to fact check on to see if you had a perspective on this. Trump's claim that the majority of people coming over are murderers and rapists. In my boots on the ground,
rough place. Yeah, man.
Journalism, I found out most of the people are just looking for a factory job, fast food job. Right. They're not a murderer. Do you feel like that rhetoric was accurate or a little overblown?
I would say that depends on the area, dude. Because like this area right now, we see military-aged males all camoed out, moving up, and those males are all at that ripe gangster age. And a lot of them, when we jump the groups, they are gang members. So if you're talking this area, absolutely, he's absolutely right. This is Thugville out here, man. It's all gangsters, cartel members, guys that are trying to fly under the radar. You'll have a few good people mixed in with that are really just looking for a better life. The other problem that we saw here in Arizona was a lot of these military-age males, when they got to the border and got across into the U.S., they immediately discarded their passports, any IDs, anything like that. They got rid of them, burned them, whatever they could do with them. Why the hell are you going to get rid of your ID if you're not up to something nefarious?
So it did seem sinister.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you're in this, is it possible to leave, or are you pretty much in it for, for life?
You can step away. Easiest way to put it, you're a reservist at that point. As long as all your corners are covered, you turn into a reservist. So if you're needed and you're called up, you better show up.
How dangerous is it for you to even do this interview?
You heard that? If you know how in the Army reserves, when it's your time, nigga, you better pull up. Same shit with the Mexican cartel, nigga. When it's your time, nigga, we knock on your door, nigga, go get your gun.
Your corners are covered, you turn into a reservist. So if you're needed and you're called up, you better show up.
Better.
How dangerous is it for you to even do this interview?
I'm risking a lot doing this. I'll put it that way, I'm risking my life. Let's just say that.
And folks, for all the readers out there, get this book. I got the link in the description. If you want to learn more about real boots on the ground law enforcement experience, I recommend you get it. Links in the description.
Power and legends of the Mexican cartels have long fascinated me, and it's my goal to cover the story in Mexico one day if I can find the right contacts to do this safely. Email me at TommyGMcGee123@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram to reach me if you think this might be you. I also wanted to remind you guys to check out
He want to go to Mexico and really go crazy.
News, because I think in this era it is more important than ever to be properly informed and
Facts. I like this app. I might actually download it if it's free.
Aware of what legitimate news might be or whether it's biased propaganda.
What's the name of the app again? Ground News. Okay.
Properly informed and aware.
I might tap in. I like the app. It's actually a dope app. Let me see what else we was getting to. Oh, let's get to these Casenet allegations. I don't know what this nigga Flacco talking about. These new Casenet allegations could end his career. Flacco swear everybody's career is ended.
Trying to take down Casenet and destroy his career by targeting people around him, all because he banned women who do OF from attending his streamer university.
Tell me why there are OnlyFans bitches applying. Talking about how they stream. We're not talking about streaming on. You can't get in. Because
no cap.
You would stream, what the fuck? I had to search that up. Can you live stream on OnlyFans? Why do you think you live streaming on OnlyFans is gonna make you come into streamer university? Tacky, thanks for the 10 gifted. Appreciate it.
That's crazy though. These chicks bugging.
Like, how does that even make sense?
It's normal to feel disappointed that you can't come or you don't get an opportunity to do something major due to the bad choices you made in your life. But what's not normal is to take the route that this chick has been taking. So she's been on TikTok slandering Kaisen and slandering everybody around him. She starts off by making...
I could promise you this will not end his career.
False accusations against Kaisen's girlfriend, claiming Kaisen's girlfriend mom is a 304, and she essentially prepared Kaisen's girlfriend Gigi to trap Kaisen and get a baby out of him and take all his money. This will be a pattern in this video. You will see her make a lot of claims about a lot of people with unsubstantiated proof. And the slander just keeps getting worse and worse and worse every time she accuses somebody around Kaisen.
I gotta back this nigga up. I be forgetting he be hella close to his camera. What is he hiding? Why does this nigga be this close to the camera?
Something. This time is Kaisen's girlfriend's mom, which, again, no proof to back it up whatsoever. But the claim about the girlfriend mom didn't really get a lot of attention at all. I guess it wasn't juicy enough.
But the next person she chose to attack is Kaisen's friend Dez. He's one of Kaisen's best friends. He's on stream with Kaisen routinely and daily. Every major stream Kaisen has ever had, Dez has been a part of it. So he's the perfect candidate to go after if you're upset at Kaisen for not allowing OF girls to apply for Streamer University. She took to Facebook to make some heavy accusations against Kaisen and his homie Dez.
She went old school. She took to Facebook.
He would write, Kai's friends with BTB Dez, somebody who essay women and associated with men who have DV and other allegations against them and allowing those people to join Streaming University. Kai Sanat literally hangs around predators and bring them around females and blank girls. That's somebody that should be influencing kids. You see how she brings it back to Kai?
Bro, these chicks is horrible, gang. They don't want to see a nigga winning.
And brings it back to Streaming University because that's the actual goal here. That's the real reason she's really upset, that she couldn't get an opportunity to go to Streaming University. So now she's targeting Kai Sanat's girlfriend, Kai Sanat's homie. But make no mistake about it, this is all about Kai Sanat. Yeah, the slander and the allegations is about other people, but her main focus is to get rid of Kai Sanat, the Kai Sanat. And she would write, when other females come out with their own stories and documentaries, I don't want to hear nothing. I told my truth. When she says I told my truth, she's referring to a video that she released where she would accuse Dez of forcing himself on her and taking it without consent. Now, her only proof that this happened, her only proof that Dez violated her and Dez forced himself on her and took it without consent is apparently a video of them at the same party together. She would claim the incident took place when they was partying together and she got proof they were at the same party. She also provided Cash App receipts where Dez would Cash App her $28.
$28? What the hell? What was he cap-ashing you cap-ashing you for? You can't even get Uber Eats for $28. No bullshit. Everything I order from Uber Eats is $30 plus. 36, 34, 32.
For a plan B or half the plan B. Now, this is where I think
he texted her for half the plan B. Well, if he texts you for half the plan B, he clearly ain't take it. It was consensual.
This chick is kind of slow. She's acting like a man Cash Apping her $28 for half the plan B is proof that he forced himself upon her, because she would write, he still can't explain why he sent me half the money for the plan B. Yo, he could have very well cracked you consensually because you a bop.
Right.
And then sent you half for the plan.
I don't know why he hit it raw, but I guess that's because he's just cussing that homie, not cussing that. He just a nigga trying to catch a nut. Squirrel trying to get a nut out here, you know?
Plan B. That don't mean that this man did what you're claiming he did. Like, cut it out. She would show DMs from Dez where Dez is telling her, don't ever DM me dumb-ish like that again. I have sisters and I'm a gentleman. Your bees are out of control. So he's not even acknowledging anything, bruh.
Right.
So this chick don't have a police report.
You're a repost and don't want to clear it up, so you want to get your sisters to fight for you. Bad allegations. You need to fight back. Respond something. You looking crazy on TikTok. The people want she can't even spell. Why did you take advantage of that girl? Who's this? Who's this person? This can't be the girl who was the victim, right, in Dez, because she's saying, why'd you take advantage of that girl? So she lying.
Or don't have a kit done at the hospital. Don't have nothing. She has a Cash App receipts, which is for half of a plan B. Him not giving you the full amount for the plan B just shows you the level of respect he got for you, bro. You should look yourself in the mirror like, yo, why am I sleeping with men who won't give me the full amount for the plan B? Like, yo, this is embarrassing, bro. Now,
why? Yo, the nigga gave you half the money for a plan, like, just to make sure you got rid of it, just to make sure the job was done. He should have paid for the full plan B, went with you and watched you take it. This nigga's irresponsible. He left it up to you? How you know you ain't just got to try to go get some Uber Eats with that $28?
Oh, this right here was one of the things, though, that really got traction because people love drama. Kai Sanat name is in it. I mean, this is scandalous enough that it went viral. So because it went viral, she just stuck with it. She just started running with it, right? She even dropped a video explaining exactly what took place that night. Here, yo, take a look at this malarkey, bruh.
Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Toxic Barbie. I'm here to tell my story about DTB that's essaying me.
Toxic Barbie. Like, she don't even have no problem saying this story as a victim with the username Toxic Barbie.
Me and Des have a mutual friend named Chance. I put all the proof that I do have because this happened in 2022. I've had plenty.
This happened in 2022. She's lying, bro. She's lying, bro. 2022. We in 2025, bro. We in 2025. Streamer University happens. Now it was rape. Like, what the you don't get into Streamer University. Now it was SA. Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Plenty of new Instagrams, new numbers. Des noticed me because Chance put my picture on a flyer to promote his party, and then he DM'd me, and then we exchanged numbers. Oh, I was living in Jersey at the time on my mama's couch.
And then he DM'd me, and then we exchanged numbers, and then you let him crack consensually.
My house flooded, so he invited me over, and he was being like really thirsty, and that was the red flag. I'm gonna take responsibility.
Do he look thirsty? Do he look thirsty right here, or do you look like you with it?
And he was being like really.
Y'all look like y'all engaging in, like, y'all together. Y'all both feeling each other. This is mutual, and you're filming. The phone is in your hand. You might be thirsty.
And that was the red flag.
She's the one filming it. How he thirsty?
I'm gonna take responsibility in the fact that just because of the lifestyle that I live and my job choices, I cannot just hang around random Brooklyn people or just random people in general. Because
what the nigga being from Brooklyn got to do with it?
Look what could happen. Look what he did to me.
I'm not one of those weirdos who believe that because a chick is online doing certain things, that means that these things can't happen to her, or that
yeah, like I didn't even know she was an OF chick, and I still don't believe her.
She's automatically lying. Because no, there are some weirdos out there. There are people who take it from a literal streetwalker without consent all the time, and those dudes are sick and they belong in jail. But in this situation, bruh, no, like her even bringing up the fact that, you know, that she sells content, that she sells her body. She's even on Facebook telling men to DM her if they got some paper to crack. So this chick is an absolute scallywag, a bop. But her saying that people don't believe her because of her profession is cap. People don't believe you because you have no proof of nothing.
Right.
You didn't call the police. They didn't go to the hospital. You have no proof of nothing. You don't even have proof of you damning you like, hey, what you did to me. No, like all your correspondence is from like recently. You DMing him, trying to like entrap him, trying to say things, trying to get him to react a certain way so you could screenshot and post it. So that's why people don't believe you. You got absolutely no proof, and you come across as clout chasing.
Finally, Flacco and I have a similar opinion.
Because you started off attacking Kaisen not because of the Streamer University stuff.
He took advantage of me because he preyed on me through social media, like looking at my videos.
He preyed on me through social media. What did you post those videos on social media for? So niggas could see them and want to hit you up and pay for your content. What are you talking about? How he preyed on you through social media? Like, bro, stop it, bro. I can't. Shorty crazy
stuff.
He took advantage of me because he preyed on me through social media, like looking at my videos, looking at my content.
Looking at my videos, looking at my content. So that's how he preyed on me. Why'd you post the content? So people could look at it and want to hit. And then DM you and ask for content, right?
I called the Uber. He said he would give me the cash. He had no cash. That's why you don't do stuff like that. Second red flag. Third red flag.
You paid for the Uber yourself.
When he sent me the Addy, I should have clicked the address. Because it was his friend's house and I knew his friend. So it was just like, that was awkward. Then we started smoking.
Nigga invited you to his man's crib. That's some young nigga shit. I used to do that. Be at my man's crib. I'm gonna invite this bitch over here. Y'all can call this bitch over to your crib? I don't want her to know where I live.
He didn't even have none. And now it takes a turn.
What do that?
Because it was his friend's house and I knew his friend. So
well, yo, when you don't want to show you a chick to know where you live, a chick that you plan on cracking 1, maybe 2 times and never again, you invite her, tell her come to your man's crib. And when she pull up looking for you, you're like, nigga, he don't live here. She's tight.
It was just like, that was awkward. Then we started smoking. He didn't even have none. And now it takes a turn for the worse. I should just went.
So the nigga got some free box. Well, let's just say he paid $28 for the box because he paid $28 for the Plan B ski. So let's just say he paid $28 for the box, but he made you bring some smoke over there that he burnt up. So really, he ain't paid nothing. That was just his chip-ins for the trees.
To Jersey, I never really
box not sold separately.
Like been in a situation like this. He kept like asking me to take my sweater off, like outside clothes, but it was just like my sweater's not dirty and I had a jacket on, trying to force me to take my clothes off. Then this is the weapon.
Trying to force me to take my clothes. Shorty, I know she lying. I can feel the lies, bro. I can feel when somebody telling me lies.
But now it takes a turn for the worse. I should just went to Jersey. I never really like been in a situation like this. He kept like asking me to take my sweater off, like outside clothes, but it was just like my sweater's not.
If you trying to sit on my bed, you gotta take your outside clothes off, shorty. You're not about to sit on my bed with the same clothes you rode on a goddamn MTA subway with. Bitch rode the train all the way here. The same train that bums be sleeping on, niggas be pissing on, niggas be getting their dick sucked on. That same train. You're not about to sit on my bed with train clothes, bitch. I don't even care if you got in an oopski. I don't know who sat in the Uber before you. Like, sit in the chair. Sit in the chair. I'll get you some shorts. I'll get you some shorts or something. I got some clothes for you, but you're not about to put them street clothes on my bed. Facts. You're not.
Dirty, and I had a jacket on, trying to force me to take my clothes off. Then this is the weapon.
Wait, he wanted you to take your jacket off. Why are you in my crib with a jacket on? The hell? You looking mad uncomfortable. Leave if you that uncomfortable. You got a coat on in my crib? Like, we don't pay for heat?
To turn for the worse, I should just went to Jersey. I never really like been in a situation like this. He kept like asking me to take my sweater off, like outside clothes, but it was just like my sweater's not dirty and I had a jacket on, trying to force me to take.
Wow, the jacket. He was confused. This bitch got she anemic? Is this bitch anemic? She got sickle cell? What the fuck going on? Why she still got her jacket on?
My clothes off, just like
she having hot flashes? You too young for hot flashes, baby.
Like asking me to take my sweater off, like outside clothes, but it was just like my sweater's not dirty and I had a jacket on, trying to force me to take my clothes off. Then this is the weapon comes into play.
That's not forcing though. That's not forcing you to take it off. He tried to ask you to take off the coat. That's not forcing. So you know how when you joke and you're like, damn, you gonna stay a while? You gonna take your coat off and get comfortable? Is that me forcing you? Or that's me asking you?
That he has a weapon.
A weapon? Yo, these bitches the worst, bro. They get horny when they see you pull your gun out. When they see you got a blicky on you, when they see you put your blicky in the dresser, they pussy get wet. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. When a bitch see that you strapped, obviously she just seeing you doing you. You might take it off your hip, put it in a drawer or something. Take it off your hip, put it over here real quick, boom, boom, get comfortable. She get horny. The pussy get wet. 3 years ago in 2022, when she saw this, she was horny. She like, oh, these niggas is gangsters. I'm with her. I feel safe in this bitch. She felt safe with that nigga. But 3 years later, when she don't get in Streamer University, I saw a weapon. It was dangerous in there. I was scared. Like, bitch, you're lying. Shut up. You got wet. Your pussy was dripping when you saw the blicky.
But it was just like, my sweater's not dirty and I had a jacket on, trying to force me to take my clothes off. Then this is the weapon comes into
She didn't say nothing about taking her pants off. She said a jacket and a sweater.
play. I see that he has a weapon. We're just chilling watching TV and I swear to God, he literally just got on top of me. And I was just generally...
My bad. What she said about the weapon, I just want to hit a weapon. Because why she even mention the weapon if she wasn't going to say nothing about it?
Me to take my clothes off. Then this is the weapon comes into play. I see that he has a weapon.
I see that he has a weapon. So what? What that even got to do with anything? Bro, what do him having a weapon got to do? Did he threaten you with the weapon? No, not at all. So what the fuck do it even got to...
Just chilling watching TV and I swear to God, he literally just got on top of me. And I was just generally so confused. Thing is like really this big and I didn't feel nothing.
That's weird. She said he just got on top of... Like, if that's true, that's weird. I doubt it happened like that, but if that happened, that's weird. Why would you just jump on top of her randomly? But I can't believe nothing she's saying. Because I don't even believe this.
Into play. I see that he has a weapon.
The fact that she mentioned the weapon and then said nothing else about it. Like, he didn't threaten her with a weapon, nothing. She just mentioned it. Threw it out there. It's a black man with a gun. How about it's legal?
You're just trying to watch.
How about his best friend is a goddamn the biggest streamer in the world? Biggest celebrity. He might be security on the side.
TV and I swear to God, he literally just got on top of me. And I was just generally so confused. Thing is like really this big and I didn't feel nothing but a pressure of a 200-pound man on top of me.
Oh shit, she trying to play the nigga now. She said his beef was the size of a USB cord. That's fucked up.
Thing is like ready to.
Is that a USB? What is that? I don't know what that. I don't know what that is. That's her retainer case. She look like a bitch that got braced. She like a bitch that wear a retainer at night. That's her retainer case.
It's big, and I didn't feel nothing.
That's crazy. Now she violated a nigga beef size. What's up with people talking about dick size tonight? We had to hear about Bossman Dlow. We started the stream talking about Bossman Dlow being on the D-Lo, allegedly, and then having a micropeen, which is crazy. We didn't even need to know that he had a micropeen. That was information I never needed to know. I could have died and never found that information out. Like, I like listening to his songs. I don't want to think like, when he be like, you ain't leave the boss. You got a ram. Now I don't want to think about that when I'm listening to his songs. But this is crazy, bro. She trying to violate the nigga dick size now, bro. Like, first of all, like, shorty, I don't even know how she a OF model. Like, but then again, sometimes them slim bitches do be having body. I ain't gonna lie, slim bitches do be having body on when they take everything off. But right now, I'm not even seeing shit poking. I don't see nothing poking through the shirt.
Nothing but the pressure of a 200-pound man on top of me. He did not ask for my consent. I felt like...
Who? He did not ask for my consent. Do people usually be like, hey, do I have consent? Or do y'all usually like start kissing, start touching? He might touch on your neck a little bit, touch on your thigh, see if you with it. Or when you getting into it with a girl, y'all kissing and everything like that, boom. And then you go for her pants and she help you unbuckle her pants, or you go to pull her pants down and she like lift her body up so you can slide her pants down. Oh my God, that's the best feeling. That is the best feeling. It's like it's the best way to get consent. Like, it feels so good when you go to like unbutton her pants and she help you. Like, she move a little bit to let you unbuckle her shit. And you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about out there.
Like Hannah Baker, like stuck. Very disgusting situation. He ejaculated. That's where
he ejaculated.
The
nigga 88 said God probably asked to hang her jacket up. Facts. Like, you want me to hang that up for you?
This comes into. It's 60 for the pill.
All right, let's go back.
He did not ask
She's about
for
to explain how he ejaculated. Look how she said it. That's mad funny. You could tell when she talks sexy, it sounds sexy though. She ejaculated.
It is big, and I didn't feel nothing but the pressure of a 200-pound man on top of me. He did not ask for my consent. I felt like Hannah Baker, like stuck. Very disgusting situation. He ejaculated. That's where the
he ejaculated is funny.
This comes into. It's
at least she know her words, my nigga. She paid attention in sex class, in segs class.
60 for the pill. He gave me half of the half. After he did that to me, I was like, that's not cool. I did not like that. He then got disrespectful with me.
Imagine if this was all the proof anybody ever needed. If you've ever sent a girl money for a plan B, you go to jail. At this,
I don't think a nigga who R-worded chick is about to send money for the plan B ski. Like, the nigga who sent money for the plan B and the nigga who R-words people is like two separate type of people. Like, a niggas who's on that type of time doing weird shit like that is not about to pay for a plan B ski. Not that I just can't see it.
Point, bro, if you breathe as a man, you're going to jail, bro. Bro, there's people right now who's about to do life in prison because they've flown women out and they had... It's really unfortunate because I feel like Kaisen attempted to do a really good thing. Kaisen's goal was to give an opportunity to streamers that were being overlooked. Like dudes like Janky Rando, he's about to go there, you feel me? And he's somebody where I've been watching on Twitter. He's doing this thing. He deserves an opportunity. Claiming Kaisen is scamming because a lot of his friends is going to be there. This is just crazy.
Why would his friends not be there, though?
Crazy, man.
Like, aggressive. You should have did more. You should have did this. And I didn't want to tell my story again because I didn't want to be bombarded with a whole bunch of questions. You're dumb.
When did you tell it the first time?
You're dumb. You're dumb. Obviously, and the crazy part is if I didn't go, that wouldn't have happened to me. So everybody's so quick to blame me instead of holding men accountable for their actions. I didn't tell people what happened to me. I just tried.
Nah, if he took advantage of you, we not fucking with that. If he took advantage of you, we not fucking with that. But we don't believe you. That's the whole point. We don't believe this shit. Like, you can't, it's 2025. You saying it happened in 2022. and you have no proof. You never confronted him. You never went to the police. Your friends ain't coming out saying it happened. Like, where's the proof? Like, and you ain't do a story time back then.
I act like it didn't happen, and that's
iPhone. Same way you twisted your iPhone up today, and you made this video. iPhones worked back in 2022. Why you ain't make a video back then?
the worst thing you could do. So in the morning, I leave.
Something that traumatic happened to you, and the next thought that you had was, let me just lay up in bed with this dude.
Come on. She laid up in bed with him after this. Come on, bro. We don't believe you. I'm sorry, baby girl. We don't believe that shit, man.
The rest of the night until morning.
I'm like, I'm leaving. He's like, I'll give you some money to like go to the nail salon. I'm like, bro, what? So he was trying to like, afterwards, he was trying to give me like $7 to go to the nail salon, and then we're going.
$7? What you getting for $7? And you can't even get acrylic filling for $7.
Morning.
I'm like, I'm leaving. He's like, I'll give you some money to like go to the nail salon. I'm like, bro, what? So he was trying to like, afterwards, he was trying to give me like $7 to go to the nail salon, and then we're going.
Yo, do it. How much do it cost to get one nail fixed? You know when you chip your nail, break your nail, and then you go to the nail salon? How much it costs, y'all ladies? Let me know. Because I know $7 ain't getting you far. If you go in there trying to get a whole set, it ain't getting you far.
And back and forth, he's still like disrespectful to me. That's when I really should have called the cops. I should have called the cops in the night. When I left, that's when he said.
The crazy part is, she think she making Kaisen look bad by making up this story, this fake story about how his friend R-worded her. You making Kaisen look bad, the fact that you his homie and you tried to get his bitch $7. That's how you made Kaisen look bad. Because we don't believe this shit. We don't believe this story. But the $7, bro, I don't want to believe it. That's nigga offered her 7 beans, 7 cashes, 7 doll hairs. Nah, that can't be Kaisen right hand man. Chill.
Sent me the money, and when I left, that's when I should have went to the police. And with everything going on, I should have took the time out to get justice for myself. So it's a difficult situation. Men hate women, women hate women, and I was literally preyed on and taken advantage of by an individual who had 100 pounds on me. I'm only 5 feet, for the people wondering how possibly this could happen. And I only brought my story up because Dez's friend Chance, he was like telling my ops, like, she got with Dez, like, why is you telling my ops that I got with your friend and your friend is ate me? Like, you could have told the ops I got with anybody else. And I brought it up again because...
See? You let them talk long enough, man. Their real motivation you let them talk long enough, they're going to expose themselves, bruh. She wasn't going to mention this, apparently, until one of their other friends told one of her ops that she was sleeping around with different men. And one of the men she mentioned was the guy called Dez. See? She wasn't going to say nothing, but because her ops had dirt on her, she now has to make up this.
Bro, you're an OF model. How is you sleeping with anybody dirt on you? You're an OF model, shorty.
Elaborate story that I'm not just out here sleeping around with these various men for free. No, he took advantage of me. Man, cut it out, bruh. What it appears to be, bruh, it appears she went over there, got her cheeks clapped. He probably ain't give her $1, gave her $28 for half the plan B, feel me? Because he was going crazy.
Right.
Now, months later, or probably a year later, or whatever time frame it's been, she's now trying to bring this out for a multitude of reasons. One, so the op don't have one up on her, so now she can just expose herself, but try to make herself out to be the victim. And 2, get back at Kaisen.
Honestly, I don't even really care about these influencers. It has nothing to do with me. I don't care about a streaming university. I only made that video about Kai because he's friends with Dez, he's friends with DDG, he's friends with Deshae, and I don't even mean to name drop. I don't know these people in real life, but they have allegations on them.
What?
And you crashing out because Zoe did something to you September 24th. How do you even remember the date? It's given you had hidden animosity and you didn't speak on it. And you played, like, you didn't allow her.
How do you remember the date? The date is not significant to you, but you remember it. The date is significant to him because he probably did some big shit that day. Why do you know the date is the exact date, though?
To come on your stream and it was me. But honestly, I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. I still said what I said, and this is my platform. Nobody's gonna tell me what to talk about and what not to talk about.
This is my platform. Nobody, shut up.
But you cared about it enough to make multiple videos attacking Kaisen and his girlfriend. I got a question for y'all, bruh. What should be the punishment for situations like this? Where the person is too broke for you to sue, you not really gonna get nothing from them. So at this point, you're just wasting your time. And they didn't go to the police and make a false report, so they can't go to jail for at least making a false report. What should be the repercussions, man? Like should it be jail time? Should they go?
Nah, like all men across the board should stop fucking with her. Like, don't buy her OF. Don't buy her OF, nigga, because she trying to put niggas in jail for some bullshit. She lying on niggas. Niggas got to stop supporting chicks like that. Don't buy her OF. I never was going to do that anyway. But I know some of y'all niggas out there probably bought the OF. You know what I mean? Don't buy the OF and shit like that. That's all you can do. Let me see. What we about to get into, though, man. What's up? I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna throw something on real quick. Let's watch this. Searching for the most wanted driver in America. Shout out to Brandon Buckingham. I'll be right back.
Documentary is for educational purposes only. I want to stress that the behavior depicted in this video is dangerous, illegal, and should never be imitated. And remember, it only takes one bad crash to ruin your life or someone else's. Please drive responsibly. When I first watched Tommy G's video about the most wanted drivers in New York, I could not believe my eyes. A guy called Squeeze Benz was driving like a madman, swerving through traffic in a way I had never seen before in my entire life. Immediately, I knew I had to do a video about him. But not long after Squeeze rose to fame, he completely disappeared. And it wasn't until 5 months ago when a new driver emerged that rivaled the insane skill of Squeeze Benz. His name is License. Nobody knows his true identity. No one has seen his face. Only one thing is known about him. He is currently the most wanted driver in all of America. In this video, we're going to fly to New York City to find this mysterious man ourselves. Along the way, we evade police, drift through Times Square, and when we finally find License, he takes us on a crazy run through NYC in 2 Lamborghini Uruses. So join me as we begin searching for the most wanted driver in America. We start our journey by speaking to the rapper Mbox, who can be seen in many of License and Squeeze Benz's videos, as he is close friends with them both.
So this guy License has been all over the internet lately. Could you tell me a little bit about him and his driving?
Yes, well, License is an absolute maniac. An important thing to note about Squeeze and License is they don't do drugs, they don't drink, they are literally get high off adrenaline. That's it. They're absolute maniacs, literally psychos. If they do a test or whatever, I think it would show that they have some type of mental issues in all the right ways. But he really is nice. He is a nasty driver on the road. His reflexes are unbelievable, and people can say it's luck, but then he does it again and again and again, and it's just kind of proving that there is some serious skill involved in this.
Despite the serious skill involved, bad accidents still do happen, some of which Mbox has had the misfortune of being a part of. In this video, you can see the camera smash Mbox in his face and break his nose.
More recently, after I had broken my nose and just been into some serious accidents, I definitely feel the PTSD and kind of the mental strain it's taking on my brain and just my body, and it's like physically and mentally it is exhausting. I never know what's going to happen, so I cannot stress enough how important it is not to drive like this.
And after talking to Mbox, I was even more uncomfortable with the idea of getting in a car with a wild driver like License. But still, our search for him continued, and we were able to track down the content creator IzzyTube, who appeared in License's first ever video to see if he could put us in contact with the elusive driver.
Oh no, we gotta call me right now. Foreign mob, call me. I ain't gonna lie, it's just starting, it's about to get active, but cars is coming, cars is leaving. You hear the cars in the background.
Yeah.
It's wicked.
What are we about to be seeing tonight?
A lot of action. Oh, they're shooting. There's a lot of, you hear them motherfuckers, a lot of action outside. I swear to God. You gonna hear gunshots, everything, but.
What kind of car do you drive? What is this?
Oh, this is a baby right here. This is a little baby C43. Feel me? It's exotic, but it give me point A to point B.
Do you ever do any cutting up on the highway or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I'll be cutting up sometimes when I'm bored though. Only when I'm bored. But it should be scary.
Yeah, I've been seeing the videos, bro.
Huh? No, I don't got the videos, not me.
License.
Oh, license. That motherfucker crazy. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I was in a taxi with him one day. Swear to God, that motherfucker was driving crazy. Crazy. I swear, bro.
Get me the fuck out of here! I wanna go home!
But I'm gonna keep it a stack. That was the only motherfucker that I trust. I trusted him behind the wheel, bro, because he was really knowing what he was doing. He was really a slow taxi. He was really cutting up.
You felt safe in there?
Nah. I believe in if it's meant for you to die, you're gonna die. You feel me?
What about the other person?
That was his day.
We want to find license. We've been like looking for him. We want to interview
I'm looking for him too.
Do you know how to contact him?
He don't be picking up his phone, bro. I be trying to call him. He's moving crazy now. He moving MIA.
Oh, really? He's laying low?
Laying low. I'm trying to find the motherfucker too. License!
Next, Izzy introduced us to a man who goes by the name Daddy Money. At the time, I had no idea, but from what you'll see later in the video, I would soon find out that Daddy Money is undoubtedly one of the craziest drivers in all of New York City.
I don't know if you know about New York, but like it's a lot of crazy drivers out here. It's about who really got the wheel, you know? It don't even gotta be you, it could be somebody else just swerving into you and kapow.
Yeah, has there been a ton of crashes? Because I've seen some gnarly videos that seem like there is a good amount.
You know what's crazy? I've been in one of the craziest ones. Thank God it was just me and the other person cutting up, no one involved in it. I lost like 15,000 in that car.
Go to sleep late.
This is my car, look.
Oh shit, you slammed it. How fast were you going?
I was going like 100 miles an hour, but it wasn't even my fault. It was like I was going straight, and then the other driver who was cutting up with me just lost control and kabowed me. I was off the highway in front of a cop too.
At 100 miles an hour?
At 100 miles an hour. Like,
what were you thinking when that was going down?
I don't even know what to think. I was like, yo, bro, what just happened? What just happened?
You got a driving glove?
You gotta have the grip, you know, when you're cutting up.
Yeah, dude, I want to start wearing driving gloves.
The traffic here is just like so tight. And you know, people watch videos, you know, like Squeeze Benz and License, and they just think they're him. They're like, you know, they think, oh, if he could do it, I could do it. But no, you cannot.
Who would you say are like some of the best drivers right now in the scene?
I think we all know who the best driver is right now.
Who?
It's License.
Like hands down?
Have you met License yet or no?
No, we've been trying to get an interview with him.
License is hard to catch, but when you catch him, just know he could drive.
Wait, so what makes him such a good driver? Is just his reaction time, or what do you think it is?
First thing he does, no drugs. Nothing, he doesn't even smoke. Anything. His reaction time is definitely like 100 plus. There was one crash, but it was not his fault. And besides that, like his maneuvering skills, I tell him that too. I'm like, yo, like the way you move your wheel left and right is just like, when you get to sit with him in a car and you see him swerve it all the way to the right or to the left, wherever, you know, you're gonna be like, yo, bro, how do you do that? Now, can you imagine him white lining? Like, you know, there's a lane and you go through the white line. That's why his name is White Line. He really wanted to show people that he lives up to his name. White Line License. The sticker's on my car.
How wanted do you think he is by the police?
If he covers his face and he doesn't speak, I think he's pretty wanted, bro. I think he's pretty wanted.
How much is this car? It looks like an expensive ass car.
After tax, it was like 109,000.
How do you afford that?
Daddy money shit. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know your city. You gotta know your highways. I've never been caught. I've never seen License get caught. I've never seen Squeeze get caught. And tonight, you're really gonna see a movie. I want you to sit in the car with me when I drift.
Daddy Money wanted to show me his drifting skills, so I hopped in the car and we headed to Times Square, where even in rainy conditions with the police watching, he put on an absolute show. And once again, I want to say, drifting in Times Square is illegal, so please do not replicate this behavior. It could get you arrested or far worse. This is for educational purposes only.
We got a little bit of bad luck with the rain. It's a little wet, but Times Square looks pretty dry, so we should be good. Let's hope for the best. And as soon as we're done drifting, let's skedaddle.
There's a cop in front of us, right?
Man, fuck that. Fuck that, dude. We gonna do whatever we gotta do, and we gotta get the fuck out of here. That's it.
Break. My bad.
Alright, so we're in Times Square officially. Pulling up to the location where Dee Dee's gonna drift around. Alright, hopping on here.
Put me up! Yo, city, you're in my city! Oh shit! Doing this downtown? Got the door swinging open?
With the cops right there, dude.
He's coming.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hate when these niggas be doing this, though, bro. I be in the street. I be in traffic, too, nigga. I be in my whip, and these niggas be zooming on the side of you, cutting in front of you and shit, about to make you flip your whip.
They're actually chasing for the first time. No, we should be good right here.
The cops didn't even try to get him. Oh, they're making a light attempt.
Nigga, we just did some wild shit,
Yo,
nigga.
I opened the door, it looks so far.
I seen that.
You wild as the rain. You bugging.
Damn! Shit goes out of control like this. Yo, look, the boys, nigga. Oh, the D's is right there, too. Yo, we're fucking insane. Yo, look.
Definitely New York. Yo, the D's is right there, too. Definitely the hood. Uh-huh.
The D's and the fucking boys. Fuck y'all niggas, you word?
Well, that was crazy though, him drifting in Times Square.
Man, how you feel about that?
That was exciting.
You got to experience that in first class, bro. First class tickets to Times Square drifting sessions.
The cops were getting at you, right?
The cops were just like trying to touch me. I didn't like that, man. I think I left them in Times Square, man. We already out of here.
Yeah, that was cool. Was it fun?
I told you, bro. I do it for fun. It's my passion, you know. And you know who else I trained? I trained License too. Got funny shit.
Quick announcement, if you guys want to purchase the Cold Ass Racing t-shirt I am wearing in this episode, it is officially restocked on thebuckinghamshop.com. Last time it sold out in under
of like the elite drivers that race and drift. I wouldn't say that we are particularly like people that cut up, squeeze, swim, whatever you call it. We're more into like racing and like drifting.
And you race yourself a lot?
Okay, so they don't do what the other niggas do. Squeezing in between cars and all that.
Yes, we usually race 5 to 10K.
What's your opinion on like cutting up and squeezing, swimming, all that stuff?
So the New York drama basically is that it's all different things. Squeezing is different than cutting up, is different than swimming. But in my eyes, I think it's all pretty much the same thing. I think it's the same game. Me personally, I would say that I do it sometimes. Go out looking to swim, to cut up, to squeeze. I just do it whenever the traffic is good. It's not my thing.
And who do you think are some of the craziest swimmers, if you will, out now on the road?
The craziest ones, I would say Squeeze and License. Those are my top two, honestly. Shout out to License. License is really holding down the city right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, whose car is this?
That's my car.
It's yours?
Yes, sir.
What kind of car?
The 2024 M3 competition.
Have you heard of the License guy who's been fucking driving all insane?
I definitely have heard of him.
What do you think about his videos?
I think they're crazy. You know, obviously, cutting up could turn a little bad, but when you got the wheel, you got the wheel, and I think, you know, he definitely has a wheel in that situation.
You think he's one of the best in the city doing it?
100%, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, all these niggas that be doing that shit got the will, but it's like, bro, you putting other niggas' lives in danger behind your will game, thinking you got the good will game. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas be in their cars and shit with babies and stuff. Like,
you feel like the probability of a crash is less than people realize?
No, I think the probability of a crash is definitely more.
Have you heard of people in the scene like crash and die, or they just bang their car up?
Not die. I haven't heard of many people dying. I'm sure there's been people dying, but
that's a relief.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice on how we could find this licensed kid?
It's kind of hard.
Pop up at like these meets?
Sometimes he pops up. It's just, you know, finding a guy like that tries to stay low key. You all know the face behind the camera. I mean, It's hard. Maybe you'll come across him, but there's no telling.
Immediately as we pulled up to the car meet, the police broke it up, so we all quickly fled and headed. All right, so it says we're 54 minutes away. How fast do you think we're gonna get there?
I'll let the driving decide. So let's just buckle up and oh look, the boys. Fuck you. Oh, he's coming after us. Oh, he's let us up. Yeah, he's not catching up. He already turned his lights off. You see the traffic here? What makes you not want to go past the traffic?
I get that urge, but it's just the speed in which you do. It's pretty.
Yeah, we'll go the speed limit, man. We'll go the speed limit. We'll do that thing in our, speed limit and shit.
nigga just said he not known for this, and then he doing it.
Shit's fucked up, dude. What kind of feeling are you having right now?
I'm just having fun. This is literally fun. We just gotta make sure that state trooper doesn't sneak up on us. That's all. Because if he sneaks up on us, we gotta really fly. And if we don't fly, my brother, we getting booked. How you feel about this so far?
You know that scene in Harry Potter where the bus is squeezing between shit?
You know how I feel? I feel like the bus driver. This is what I do every single day for no reason. At this point, you gotta trust me a little bit. And what you are doing right now, and I appreciate that. And I won't let you down.
And I won't let you down. Yeah. No, not. My life depends on it. Look at the, bro, 122. He doing 122 right now.
Alright, that's good. That's good. Oh, he's going 125, dude. What the fuck? You broke the rule. You said no faster than 120.
I'm sorry. Someone crashed. See, someone crashes every single fucking day, every hour in New York, bro. And it's the Belt Parkway, man. The Belt Parkway fucking sucks. Oh my god.
Hey, an MA and an X3.
Third car.
Definitely cutting up too.
3 cars.
So let me tell you the Urus lore right now, right? So Urus is like the hottest rental out right now. People want to like rent that car and just do what license does. But not everyone has the wheel. Not everyone knows how to handle a Urus. That's a fucking $300,000 car, bro. Like if you're doing it in Urus, you gotta know what the fuck you're doing. Like my parents know I do the stupid shit, right? Cutting up, I get it's stupid. But bro, I've never hurt someone else. I've never crashed into an NPC. Thank God. You know? So if I ever crash into NPC, that's my, you know, I would know not to ever cut up again. So you can see there's another crash right here. And
So it's gonna take you to, God forbid, kill a nigga to stop doing this shit?
And highway patrol's right here. I'm gonna keep the light off. Because in standstill traffic, you don't want to get pulled over. Because you can't go anywhere and it's Belt Parkway. But I don't want to keep my light on in the car so we don't get too hot, boy. You know, I have no plates, none of that.
Fun fact, New York City has automatic number plate recognition cameras used by their police department to monitor vehicles, identify potential criminals, and enforce traffic laws. So the wanted drivers use ghost plates, aka altered or fake license plates that are designed to evade detection by plate recognition systems, meaning they can drive as crazy as they want, and as long as they don't get physically caught, there is no tracking them down. But Daddy Money, on the other hand, doesn't even use ghost plates. He actually drives around at high speeds using no plates whatsoever. So when you driving like that, it's extremely scary, but there is an element that's really fun.
It is, bro, and it's just like sometimes you really just have to do it because you got to get through this somehow, bro. and
sometimes you have to, you never, unless someone's bleeding out, you never really have to do that. Hey guys, don't risk your life driving crazy, right?
Listen to him, please. Don't do what I do at home.
Oh, he's about to crash.
You got this van going crazy out here.
Damn, he's on his bumper.
He's on his bumper. He must trust his brakes. Even I don't trust my brakes like that.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, shit, son.
We're following his ass.
We have to. We gotta see where he gets to. And there's a cop right there too. Oh my God, we're so proud. He took the exit.
Yeah, so they dipped off.
Wait, the cop pulled out. You know what the fact is? They pull out. They try to chase you and then they realize, oh, you know what? Never mind. Let me just take the exit and go back. So look at this dude. Look at this dude on the right. It's an NPC. Look. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're just weaving. We just have strangers weaving on the road.
Everybody's just cutting up. It's like everybody squeezed bends, and if you don't cut up in New York, you're not a New Yorker. Respectfully.
Nah, he capping, niggas. Niggas don't be trying to die, boy.
Oh shit, yo.
Damn, boy! What the fuck? What the hell, boy? Damn! Yo, bro, I'm fucking sick of New York, bro. I'm fucking sick of New York. What the fuck? What the? Yo. Bro, it's a fucking big ass monster truck cutting up, bro. What is happening? God damn! Yo, he has to be stopped. The cops are gonna fuck us, bro. You want me to tease him?
Tease him, sure.
Film on iPhone.
He's not even gonna chase us. They don't give a fuck. They're not. Wait, is he coming? No, he's not. He doesn't give a fuck. You see what I'm fucking saying?
So as soon as we pull up to this next car meet where I was told we could find license, the cops once again break it up and we flee. the cops, bro. So the cops just broke up the car meet before it even happened, really?
I mean, you shouldn't be running from one cop, honestly. But when they come with 3, 4, 5, that means it's like a whole task force. It's a whole unit, and they're gonna impound you as many cars they can get. So they're gonna block this off, and they're gonna block the other side off. So the guy just broke the red light.
The guy just ran right through that red light in front of the cop.
Didn't do anything. What the hell? Bro, this is
like a lawless area.
What can I say, bro?
It was nearly 4 in the morning at this point, and we decided to call it a night. I was pretty disappointed and was considering giving up on the video idea altogether. But the next morning, I got a phone call from none other than Daddy Money, and he told us he got a hold of License and was going to take us there to meet the man at an undisclosed location.
Unfortunately, I know you did not find License last night, so I'm about to hook you up and take you to where License is at right now.
You said you could get us an interview, yeah?
Not just an interview, you're gonna see a whole movie. Like, it's gonna be an insane movie.
Yeah, me get in the car.
Crazy left, right, so.
I don't know, dude. That shit is fucking terrifying. You were driving like a nut last night. I feel like driving like that, and then right after just being like, yeah, so how was it? Or like acting normal just blows my mind. So without further ado,